Yo, what's poppin'? People, your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. And you know how we do. You know how we get down. We got to give a shout out to the viewers of the channel, everybody that's subscribed, everybody that's a member of this channel. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. And shout out to you, the viewer, for taking the time out to watch this video. But while you're here, do us a solid, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to slide down there to the bottom and click that little star and hype your boy up. You know what I'm talking about? And y'all know we can't do a video without shouting out the beautiful ladies of the CU1T. So if you see a CU1T in the chat or in the comment section, make sure you show them some love. And most of all, show them the utmost respect. Big shout out to the CU1T. And as we know, big shout out to Shedeursanders, because on Sunday, while he was playing in a very important football game, because he got his first day on the field, got his first game reps, got his first actual reps with the first team. But while all this was taking place, some three little low-down rascals broke into his home, stole his property, and we've got the report that approximately $200,000 in property was stolen from the home of Shedeursanders during his Cleveland debut versus Baltimore, per the Medina County Sheriff's Office. Those of you who have stolen that man's property, it's not going to turn out good for you. You can't sell it. And if it's jewelry, you can't wear it. So what do you do with it? But anyway, let's get into the business at hand. Because y'all know we here for the business. And the business shall be done. Y'all ready? Let's go. Now, we all know that Shedeur is starting on Sunday versus the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. Been real tempted to go and grab me some tickets and slide out to the homie house and be like, let go. But we're going to watch it at home and we're going to stream with you. You know how we get down on Sunday. But we all know that leading up to this, it's been a real struggle for Shedeur. As we have pointed out for months on hand, that Kevin Stefanski has not given Shedeur first team reps. We've also pointed out that Andrew Berry has been fighting for Shedeur silently in the back. Andrew Berry traded away Kenny Pickett, who actually Shedeur will face on Sunday, being that Geno is on the bench. Andrew Berry traded away Joe Flacco, which meant they had no choice but to move Shedeur up to number 2, which Kevin Stefanski probably hated. But we have been beating the proverbial drum about Shedeur not getting first team reps, not getting the chance to develop and play with the players that are currently on the field. That at any given moment, being that he was quarterback 2, that he would more than likely have to step up and step into their role. But ESPN is now saying what I'm saying. Now saying what I have been saying. Now saying what Tony Rizzo has been saying. That what Kevin Stefanski has done is malpractice. It is purposely done, and it is conduct detrimental to the team. Because he was not putting his players in the best position to succeed. He did not put the team in the best position to succeed. By not giving Shedeursanders reps, Kevin Stefanski has committed the ultimate football sin.
Malpractice that Kevin Stefanski did not give Shedeursanders any reps with the first team offense as the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
We just wrapped up week 11, dog.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, baked into that was your bye week.
Right.
You mean to tell me at no point before the second half of the game against the Ravens did you have an opportunity to give Shedeursanders any reps with the first team offense so those offensive linemen could hear his snap count? so the receivers in simulated game action can get comfortable with the rhythm, with the cadence, with the football that Shedeur is going to be throwing?
What they've done this whole year has made no sense. I understand the Flacco move. I understand the Pickett move. Like, you started this season out with a totally different viewpoint. Right. I have no idea.
And clearly it's the house divided.
Yeah.
They do have the Raiders this weekend.
They got a chance. Get right.
Speaking of the Raiders.
You see him throwing the wrist up. But that guy on the right of your screen, Kevin Stefanski, it's his fault. Now he threw Tommy Reese in the fire and gave Tommy Reese the play calling duties. But we're happy with that because we didn't want Kevin Stefanski calling plays for Shedeur Sanders anyway. We were saying that. But Kevin Stefanski is clearly trying to save his behind. But everybody is starting to see the veil has been removed. And everybody is understanding that Kevin Stefanski really does not like Shedeur. It's something fishy about this situation. It's something not right. Who's going to be big enough to say it?
You say that people are engaging in conspiracies in terms of, you know what, they don't want him to succeed. Something's wrong. Kevin Stefanski is a two-time coach of the year. And in the interest of full disclosure, I root for him because a friend of mine is his daddy, Ed Stefanski, a longtime NBA executive who I've known for decades, who's a great man and has always been wonderful to me.
Treated Allen Iverson real
I don't
bad.
root against Kevin Stefanski. I root for him because of his daddy. And I'm here to tell you something. Something ain't right. Something smells. Now, if it ain't him, it's somebody else. But from my understanding, you got an offensive coordinator and a head coach that ain't necessarily sold on Shedeur Sanders. You got a general manager who has more faith in him and wants him to succeed. We're not going to get into the one or whatever because I'm not here to determine or legislate what's in people's hearts, okay? They might see something and they might not believe in him. From a football perspective, I got that part. What I'm saying is, where Kevin Stefanski loses me, you're a two-time coach of the year, 2020, 2023. We know you can coach. We know you know what you're doing. How does a quarterback go out there in a game like that and look that ill-prepared?
Yeah.
How does that happen? See, that's where I push back on you to some degree in terms of something's not right. Because we could say a lot of things about Kevin Stefanski. We can't say he don't have his teams prepared. We can't say that he doesn't. Like, if you don't have the talent, you don't have the talent.
Well, he doesn't have his team prepared because you don't have the backup quarterback prepared.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my point.
1,000%.
That's my point. My point is, that's not an error he would make. He's too wise. He's too knowledgeable. How could you put, listen, I know your point about two rookies.
Yeah.
I got that part. And you want Dylan Gabriel to get all the reps he can. I got that. But like you said, nothing is precluding you from extending. You understand what I'm saying? And whatever reps are necessary to make sure, because this is what Dylan Gabriel's undersized. You're going up against the Baltimore Ravens. You know one hit could take him out. This football.
Yeah.
You can't, you know it's entirely possible and plausible that you can see that backup who you had as a rookie as your QB too.
Yeah.
And you give him no prep?
None.
Kevin Stefanski, two-time coach of the year?
Yeah.
With Schwartz, come on, man. That's hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
We just want you to call it what it is, Stephen A. Just say the man. I ain't gonna even do it. Ain't but one person that can do what I need him to do. And it's the homie. It's my country cousin. The man from the great southern state of Georgia. Wear big hats and bow ties. Mr. Cameron Bartholomew Newton. There can be only one. Only one man on ESPN that can tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And trust me, his father's a preacher. So I can say, so help him God. Cameron, stage is yours.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. I do not think Kevin Stefanski wants Shedeur Sanders to succeed in Cleveland. The reason being is, don't tell me what he said. Don't tell me what he's saying. I'm going off of actions. All right, let's go off actions. The actions is, if I'm Shedeur or if I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan, I would not want him to take the field because that's going to consistently be the display we're going to see. It doesn't matter if it's Deshaun Watson. It doesn't matter if it's Shedeur Sanders. It doesn't matter if it's Dylan Gabriel. It doesn't matter if it's Dan Orlovsky. It doesn't matter if it's Cam Newton. You need help in Cleveland when you have a quarterback that's still making $46 million on your roster and he's not healthy. That impacts the talent that's around him. They are not a good team. Right. But this is the thing that really irks me the most is because he doesn't get any reps. Circa 2015.
Bring it back.
Circa when Cam Newton was the MVP.
Bring it back.
Circa when, hey, my backup for majority of my career was probably the biggest blessing of my career to have a veteran in Derek Anderson. Ron Rivera still knew we're one play away, kid, from you not being available.
Just one.
We would have anywhere from 6 to 12 reps in every single practice that allowed Derek to still have an ability to say, hey, if it goes, how it goes. Now, granted, some will say, well, Cam, you played the position any different. Well, what is that to say about Brock Purdy? Well, what is that to say about any other quarterback that's here? You plan for the what ifs in this league. You don't know if you're going to have your quarterback. What about Joe Burrow? So for him to not have any reps, for him to have this to be his first time that he's taking first team reps where individuals don't even know your snap count or your cadence.
No.
That is like, yo, bro, what are we doing here? Like you don't control the team's whole overall existence by not allowing individuals to get better. As a head coach, you are responsible for these things. You are responsible for how your team operates and executes, and you also are responsible for each player's development. If you're not developing players, no matter if it's a starter, a free agent, or a second-round player or third-round player, you're not doing your job. Kevin Stefanski, bro, that's unacceptable, and I'm going to tell you that on national TV. That's a fileable offense for so many other reasons because, like, what are we doing? You're not developing the guys right, and you're putting all your eggs in Dylan Gabriel? Come on, dog.
You about to lose your job.
That's all I'm saying. He can say it better than me. My country cousin Cam. He tell y'all what he telling y'all. That Kevin Stefanski has contributed to the malpractice, the conduct that was detrimental to this team. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is ridiculous. All we know is he hasn't put this team or Shedeur Sanders in the best possible position to win the game. I've been saying it forever, but I got one more guy that's gonna say what I've been saying. Because once Shedeur Sanders plays, and once he goes out there and shows up and shows out, the power dynamic on that field changes. Once this season is done and Shedeur Sanders rises to be QB1 in Cleveland, Kevin Stefanski is in trouble. And that's why he hasn't been letting Shedeur play.
Actually winning a couple games. Now, Stefanski, you got to get fired. Because imagine a world where your quarterback is better than you. Imagine a world where your quarterback is more desired than you. The fan base already gravitates towards Shedeur Sanders. The world gravitates towards Shedeur Sanders. Does he have his haters? Absolutely. But jersey sales gravitate towards Shedeur Sanders. There's not a world now where Shedeur can go ball and Kevin Stefanski can continue to be the coach. Because if I'm Shedeur and I start balling, hell nah, I don't want this dude as my coach. Because he didn't believe in me in the first place. And how can Kevin Stefanski now, Shady, try to turn his tune and act like he's a Shedeur supporter? The cat's already out the bag. We know Stefanski's not a Shedeur supporter. So I think Shady's to some degree right. Like, Kevin Stefanski can't afford to play Shedeur because what if Shedeur plays well? And that's the craziest part of it all. If Shedeur plays well, Stefanski, you look dumb.
You about to lose your job.
That's all we say. If Shedeur plays well, Stefanski gonna look like an idiot. And Stefanski just might get power. That's all we say. It's been malpractice on the part of Kevin Stefanski the way he has treated this whole situation. It's just been bad look. It just wasn't a good look for the team. It wasn't good treatment of the players. It was not best for your team. And it's all on him because he makes the decisions. He's the CEO. He's that guy. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Was Cam right? Was Stephen A right? Was Chris Canty right? Was Acho right? Let me know in the comment section. Y'all know what else I need y'all to do. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn that post notification bell on. And right down there in the bottom, right over here somewhere, hit that little star and hype the video up. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to get out of here. Y'all stay blessed. Stay up. Don't forget to keep your prayers up for me, for your friends, for your neighbors, for your family, and for Shedeur. Because it's going to be a rough week. I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm out of here. Peace out. Y'all be easy.